Alright, Guru Nation, welcome back to the clinicaltrialsguru.com. I don't know if this will go on podcast, maybe just for YouTube. I've got a very special guest. The hardcore fans may recognize this handsome face, okay? From 2015, we did a video. When you first started as a coordinator.
That's right.
Right? Now it's 2019. I got a comment yesterday on YouTube. Dan, can you interview a study coordinator? Okay?
Yeah.
I took your order. The next day, I interview a coordinator. Okay? Rami Farag.
Right.
Give them your background. You were physician, trained foreign physician. Tell them who you are.
Okay.
And then we'll get into the adventures of being a coordinator at different companies.
Sure. My name is Rami Farag. I started working, actually I'm a foreign medical graduate. I got my medical license back in Egypt in 2006. I have been working as a physician since 2006 until 2012. I got my residency in general surgery, and then I moved to the States here. I first worked in clinical research when I met with Dan in 2013.
In an empty room.
Yes, it was an empty room.
A little bit scary.
Yes, actually. I didn't know what I'm doing, but
this was the clinic was so new, we didn't even have the lease ready for the clinic.
Exactly. I remember when I even ordered the furniture from Amazon and I had to set up everything.
I remember that. Some of that furniture is still here.
But I loved it actually.
Yeah. So you started as a coordinator. That first, year and a half, you were working with Global.
Yes, exactly. Actually 2 years. Exactly 2 years? 2 years, yeah.
And then we had some changes, so you went to work at another company.
That's right.
A bigger site.
Yes.
So what's the difference between a smaller site and a bigger site? Because you went to a huge site.
That's
actually.
Right.
One of the biggest ones in Southern California.
That's exactly it.
And then we're going to talk about where you currently are, if we can. We won't mention the name, but you're in a university. So you actually have experienced private small sites, like this one, mega sites, like the one we're about to talk about, and soon to be university.
That's right.
Right? Anything else that we missed?
No, actually
that's
everything, yeah.
Okay, so what's the difference between the smaller and the bigger site?
Okay, so the best thing that I got from Global Clinical Trials, that I had the chance to work on everything related to clinical research, because I started everything with you. So I even worked in regulatory, doing SSV and SIVs and even contracts and budgets. I was included in this, which is no one does that.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, so I was included in everything. I got all my experience at Global Clinical Trials.
And you put all that on your CV.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I did everything. Even I was seeing patients, doing virals, EKGs, processing labs. I was doing also rating skills, meeting with patients, because some sponsors, they approved me since I have my MD license from another country.
That's right.
So I used to do every single thing at Global, and this gives me the best experience ever.
Yeah.
So when I put this in my CV, and then I moved to another place, which is a bigger place.
Yeah.
And they loved me actually, but the thing is, I didn't do everything, because they had recruitment departments, they had medical assistants.
You did recruitment for us too.
I did recruitment as well.
You did
yes.
everything.
I did everything.
That's the thing at small clinics, you do everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm always saying this is the best experience ever I got since I came here. Yes,
you wouldn't
exactly.
do it the opposite way, like big site and then small.
I don't think that would be good like what I'm doing now, because when I started with you, it was a new site and I did everything. So when I moved to the bigger site, I didn't do everything, but I understand what's going on in each part, in each department.
That's valuable.
So yes, that's helped me a lot, and actually they loved it, because they see that I understand what's going on and what's every person doing in their department.
Yeah.
So I was even helping in every single thing, even if it's not included in my tasks in this place, but I know what's going on and I can be backup, I can help with it. So it helped me a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that made you more valuable as a...
Exactly.
And that was coordinator, right?
Yes.
So what was the difference? I guess, did you like both places? Or which
yeah,
one
I liked them both. I liked them both. But
which one you like better? You could be honest.
It's every one of them, it has advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
So at Global, as I mentioned, the best thing that I love is the experience I got, because I had the chance to work in every single thing in clinical research.
Yeah.
So I love this. It gives me a lot of experience. And then when I moved to a bigger place, I was doing only the coordination part. So I was supervising the other persons. I still was meeting with patients, like doing consenting
Did
patients.
you do the
and
data
caregivers.
entry, or you had somebody?
I was doing data entry, but at the same time, I had some assistant helping me with data entry.
Okay.
But I was still like responsible about data entry, making sure we meet all the deadlines, answering queries because they didn't have like a lot of background to know how to answer these queries. So I had to help and answer all these queries.
Yeah.
So it wasn't my main task, but I was included in it still. So like both of them, it has like a lot of things that I can love in each part. But I loved both of them because like they both are good to me.
As far as the PI involvement at both clinics, this is what people want to hear, like the reality.
Sure.
I tell people, but they don't believe me. The coordinators do everything. Okay, PI, the FDA says they're the ones that are responsible. But in most places, big, small, medium, anything, even universities, the PIs, they know the patient, but they don't really get involved too much in the protocol.
Yes.
That's for people like us,
I
right? Is that the case at every site that you've been at?
In my second site that I went after global, it was a little bit different.
Okay.
Because PI and sub-I, they were working in the same place. So they were there like for a specific time every single day. But in the other sites that I worked at after that, it's the same thing like when I was at global or any other site.
Oh, you worked at other sites too?
Yes. So the PI was not available like all the time. So yes, he knows all the patients, he knows what's going on, but he's not like all the time is present in the office.
Yeah.
Or he's not officially there like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the second one they were, yeah, because the PI was used to be there in 3 days and sub-I in the other 3 days, and it was only Friday, which we don't have any PI or sub-I, and we used to not schedule any patients on Friday, just to make sure that we are meeting all the deadlines and doing that. Yeah.
You guys do that there too? We try to do that here also.
Yeah, it was a good idea actually, because like we're making like Friday just to make up all the week, make sure that we are finishing all the paperwork, have everything signed. So it was really good idea. Yeah.
Is the actually we're switching to e-source here, electronic source.
That's nice.
So you can do the actual source from your computer, or
I see.
from any phone, computer.
That's
you
nice.
log in and the source. You do it as it's done, so that you don't have to do catch up later.
I see. That's
You know,
really
that
good.
makes it
That's
more
really good.
efficient, but you have to actually do it.
So you can just enter it on the spot when you see the
Yes.
patient, just enter it. Okay,
Yeah, that's
nice.
one of the things we've changed
Yeah.
recently, actually.
That's really good.
Kobe's learning like almost from just eSource.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we still have a few studies with paper, but
Yeah,
we're
that
switching.
saves a lot of time actually.
So what's the most stressful part about being a coordinator?
It's the most what?
Stressful.
Stressful. It's just like meeting the deadlines, because like when you work on like too many projects at the same time, like everyone is keep pushing you. We need to have this done. We need to have this done. So
Yeah.
you just need to be like organized, making like a to-do list or something. Just make sure you meet all the deadlines. You should have like priorities. I think this is the most stressful part, because like you got to the point. Everyone is asking for their thing to be done today, immediately, at the same time.
Yeah.
So you have to just like make sure that you are organized and prioritize things. So make sure which one needs to be done first and
Yep.
which one can wait. So I think this is the most stressful thing.
And which site was the most stressful for you? Was it with global when you first learned everything? Because the learning curve is very steep in research.
No, actually not. No. When I moved to the bigger
So
sites,
the bigger
because
site was more stressful?
Yeah. Because they had like maybe more patients, more studies, so it was a little bit like workload was too much.
Really?
So yes, so maybe that's why it was like a little bit more stressful. But
The
I
place was
have
like
never
a
feel
factory.
stress when I'm learning stuff. Like I love to learn stuff, so that's why I never feel the stress at this
Yeah.
time. But like when you move to like bigger place, especially when they are so busy, having like too many patients, too many studies, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be stressful, like doing data entry, having a lot of deadlines, meeting all of these, a lot of queries that you need to answer. So
What about interacting with monitors?
yes, I do it on all the sites. And everywhere, since I started working as a coordinator, I meet with all the monitors. I get all the follow-up letters. I have to work on all the action items. I do all the communication between me and the sponsors, having through me. Sometimes we have the PI CC'd on the emails or the communication, and sometimes it's only me, and I have to follow up with the PI and the other staff. But yes, I do all the communication with the sponsor and the CRAs.
So I'm curious, at the bigger site, at the big, large site, they run it like a factory. I know the owner.
That's right. Yeah.
What was every day the same? Because here at Global, every day is different, really. Like, it depends what's going on. Was every day the same at that site? I'm trying to give people difference between different site setups.
Yeah, it's every day is different because like every day you have like different number of patients, different visits, and different studies. So every day has like different schedule, and sometimes one day you have a monitor, so another day you don't have a monitor.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have an audit, so it's totally different. So every day is different than the other day. Yeah, but the system is still the same. Like we're working on the same system, but the day is different from one day to
Right.
the other.
What about working with others? Because in a smaller clinic like this, you can do everything and not need to rely on others, right?
Yeah.
When you go to a bigger place, you have to rely on other people. Was that more stressful for you, or was it easy for you to handle?
Sometimes stressful and sometimes easy because like you are still responsible. So the clinical research coordinator is
You're
still
the one responsible.
Yes.
So you're almost like a manager also.
Yes, exactly.
Of
So
who
even
were
if
you
you're not,
responsible for? The assistants? You were.
yeah, the medical assistants, research assistants. So you are
Okay.
still responsible.
So what did you do if they weren't doing their job? What did you do?
I just need to step in and see what's the problem, if they have any issue, if they don't know how to do it. So that's why I loved what I got in Global. So if they have anything that's not done, so I can step in and help them, and I
So
can
you
show
knew how to
them,
do it.
yes, I can show them what to do and how to do it. So that's what I used to do. If they need help, I can like
They
ask
loved
someone
you
else
there.
to
They
help.
loved you there.
I love it too. I loved what I
So why
got
did
in
you leave
Global.
there? Why did you go to the university now? What happened?
Because in my last one, it was only a contract, and then my contract ended, so that's why I had to apply to newer places. But since I have all this experience, it took me like less than a week. I got like 3
And you get
interviews.
better
I got
offers?
2 offers actually in the same week. So
Was it better offers?
yes,
So the other place, the pay wasn't as good as the offers you're getting now.
it was good, but now it's better.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. Like I liked it, but when I got this new offer, it was better than.
So you're going in the university setting now, also as a coordinator.
Yes,
You're gonna learn a whole nother different environment.
that's right.
I monitor at a university, and it's very different. They have like 30 people doing
exactly
what you
It's
used
a
to
whole
do by
different
yourself
system.
here.
Yeah.
They have like 30 people doing it.
Yeah, I worked in a place like this before, like a big hospital, you know. So yeah, my last job.
Yeah, yeah.
So I used to work on a system. It's very similar to the university. So they had like a clinical research nurses meeting with patients. They had medical assistants. They had the research assistant, regulatory, recruitment.
Wow.
So they had every single department doing every single.
And as the
thing.
coordinator, you're
As a
literally
coordinator, yes.
coordinating
Exactly.
all these things.
Yeah.
You're the one doing the source. I mean, they're doing source, but you're putting it all together.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're meeting with monitors.
Yeah, I was also working on electronic medical records. This was the first
Okay.
time to work on it because, like in all the other jobs, I used to work on paper documents.
But they didn't switch to
But-
eSource yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No.
eSource is a game changer.
Yeah, it's really good. That's really
It's a
good.
game
Yeah.
changer.
That's
So do
really
you want to be a CRA also?
Yes, I'm thinking to get the CRA positions. I'm trying to apply and maybe update my CV with
That's
the
what we're
experience that
gonna
I
do
recently
now.
have. So yeah,
We're going to do that now. You're going to be put as an intern for my CRO. We're doing 2 oncology studies.
I
So I'm going to put 1 on your CV, and you're going to do the SIB today.
got it.
And then we'll update your CV. You'll get a CRA job in no time.
That's nice.
Especially with oncology.
Exactly.
And if you can interview well, you can do it. So that's your ultimate goal?
Yes.
CRA?
Yes.
You never wanted to open a site? A lot of coordinators want to open their own sites.
Maybe, but later on, not now.
Later.
Yeah, I think I'm not so ready for it now. So yeah.
You
maybe
want to
later on.
accumulate,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
build up a safety savings,
that's right.
right?
Yeah.
And then you can maybe take risks later on, or maybe
Yes.
not. Maybe you'll really like CRA.
Yeah, but I'm really thinking about opening my own business, but I think it's not the right time to do this step right now.
Yeah,
So
you need a good doctor. You
Yes,
need a
exactly.
reliable PI.
that's right.
All right, Rami, well, thank you very much. Any advice for people out there who are thinking about study coordinator? Or maybe any existing coordinators? Well, give the advice to the people thinking of being coordinators first.
No, actually, my advice
Search Craigslist?
Yeah, so they need to look for a job, but sometimes because like people they had like a high medical background, like they are doctors or something,
Yeah.
so they don't accept any offer. But my advice is just to accept any offers they get at the start because they need any experience to get at the start. Because like when they move to a bigger places, they will never hire them without experience. So when they
Correct.
start in a smaller place or they get paid like less money, so they need just to start because this is the start of the clinical research career. They need to learn, they need to work on actual clinical research, so they put this in their CV. And when they move to another places, it's gonna be so easy for them to just get to grow up in the research field and work in different sites.
That's right. And for existing coordinators, any advice? Maybe they're looking at you and they're like, hey, Rami's, he's got the right idea, you know, move up, keep moving up to different organizations. And then a lot of coordinators want to be CRAs. So what is your advice to them?
So just like when they feel that they are ready to be a CRA, they can do it. But the thing is, they have to like know like 100% about what they are doing as a CRC, because moving to the CRA without knowing what's going on in the clinical research field itself, so I think it's gonna be a fail.
Yeah.
So they just need to learn everything, make sure that they are so confident to be a CRA, to monitor site, to deal with different sites at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think they have to make sure that they have enough experience to start working as a CRA.
I think that's really very close to what I advise people. You will most likely in the beginning be a specialist, hired as a specialist, but your goal is to be a generalist, to learn as much as you can. But you started as a generalist.
Yes.
And then you started specializing up. So it doesn't matter how, but you have to get multiple, you have to specialize in multiple different verticals of research.
Yes, exactly.
Source, regulatory, IP. If you want to do monitoring, you better do quality assurance at your site. I mean, because that's the next step to be a CRA. So specialize, okay, but also, and nobody's going to tell you to do that. Like, Rami's working full time. Nobody's telling him, I'm not paying him to do the SAV, you know, that we have today with oncology. He's doing it because he knows it's going to help you be more of a generalist.
That's right.
Right, so do anything you can and extra. It's not, you're going to do more work for the same pay.
That's right.
Right? But
it's not just a job you are doing, it's like,
it's
for me
life.
it's maybe a lifestyle. Like I used to do this, I'm involved in everything related to clinical research and I loved it. So
Yeah.
it's not about will I get paid for this, will I not get paid for this. It doesn't really matter for me as long as I'm working my time and I'm getting paid for what I'm doing. But even if I'm doing something extra, I still love it because like it's something that I even learn about it. So it's not only because I'm helping the place that I'm working at, but I love to learn everything related to clinical research because my plan is just to stay in this field and grow up in it, either to stay as a clinical research coordinator or open my site or a CRA.
You see?
So yeah, so that's what I'm planning. So that's why I need to know everything about
And
it.
you've
So.
got that because a lot of employees. Okay, I also speak to research site owners, so they think like business people because they are business people. At least I hope they do. But employees don't, and I tell employees, mine, others, people watching on YouTube, you need to treat your own career like it's your own business.
That's right.
You know, and what do you do? Like, what do I do when I own a site? I need to network with doctors. I need to network with places for patients. I need to network with getting studies. So that means I need to go take time to meet with a potential doctor that may or may not ever be a PI or refer patients for me.
I used to do this at Global, by the
You
way.
see? I don't get paid for that. I don't get paid for that.
I see.
Employees, same thing. But they're used to thinking linearly. Employees are trained, I'm only going to spend my energy on something that pays me. But that's what you're doing is you're preventing your growth, your career growth by doing that.
Yeah,
you
because
gotta
everyone
get out
will
of
grow
that
actually.
mentality.
It's not only as a coordinator, everyone will grow because when I deal with this as my own business and then I care about it and then they grow up, so I grow up at the same time. So we all grow up. It's not only the site. So I'm not only working for nothing, but actually in the future I'm gonna be growing up with the site. So both of us will be benefiting from what I'm doing. Yeah.
You see? And that's growth in the different activities you do.
Exactly.
Then you can discuss growth in the therapeutic indication.
That's right.
You can do, there's so much you can do and people need to stop thinking about linear, well, if I do that, how will I get paid? You can't think about that. Obviously,
right.
you need to make money, but think beyond that. How are you going to do more, go above and beyond in order to grow your career? Just like a business does.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Good luck, Rami. Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening, and we'll catch you all later. We'll do a follow-up with you soon
Sure.
at your university. Will they allow that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, why
Yeah,
not?
we can do it.
Why
Why
not?
not?
All right, we'll do it. Take care.